Hey folks, we're starting a brand new project, so we're going to get right into it. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory. About, I don't know, a little while ago, my daughter actually requested me to make her a sign for her and her husband. I don't know. She's kind of in a hurry. I think it's only been like 10 years, something like that. So, I had to think about it for a while. You know, I have my process, my thought process that I have to go through. So I've come close to pulling the trigger several times over the last 10 years. Anyway, finally I am going to get to it, and I am going to show this process to you. And here's even the better part. Vicky's going to be involved in this too. If I could have her do it all, I would, but I have to do some of it. All right, so babe, if you want to pan down here, I'll show you what we got. So I told Racheal to pick out the board she wanted. This is a live edge slab that Vicky...
I got from Ryan.
Oh, this came from Ryan?
From Ryan.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know where you scrounged this up
Ryan
at.
sent it home with me when I brought that other...
Okay, so Racheal picked this out. She wanted this half of the board. I cut it. This is what it looked like before I planed it down, and it's actually absolutely spectacular. But you can see it's got some wormholes. It's got a bunch of loose stuff. Vicky's going to work on this. It's got some, tiny wormholes through here. I don't even know what kind of wood this is. I'll probably end up cutting the end of it off, just depending on how much the layout takes. But first things first, I'm going to move this out of the way. Vicky is going to do her magic on this thing, stabilize it, so then I can get to the layout and the carving aspect of it. But anyway, so stick with us, and we'll be right back, and Vicky will do her thing.
Do my thing?
Do her thing.
Okay, guys, it's my turn. So, my thing is sanding. I love to do the sanding. I don't know why. I just do. I think it's like bringing your piece to life. I don't know. It sounds very artistic. But anyway. So I'm going to take this disc sander, and I'm going to clean up these edges. It's rustic, but it's a little too rustic. I'm not crazy about it. So I am wearing my mask because I've been doing a lot of stuff, and my allergies are killing me. So here we go. I could wear this out to Walnut.
To Walmart?
Yeah. I don't know if this will fit. This is not going to fit my head. You changed it.
No, I didn't.
All right.
But see, okay, so let me show you what I did. This one goes on top, and then this goes around your neck.
Can you put it around my neck then?
I've been waiting for this day.
Sorry, funny. Funny boy.
So,
This is a new one. Sorry, guys. Holy moly. Okay, here we go.
that feels secure? It worked.
It worked. All right, here we go. Plan B. Be right back.
On.
Okay, we're gonna try it this way first. There we go. That's better. back's
going to take some work. There we go. All right. Oh. Good thing that's the back. Alright, so now I'm going to use my orbital sander just to kind of smooth it out a little bit until I can get it stabilized. So,
There we go. That's a good start. So I gotta flip it over and do the other side and do the other end, or the other side here. So I'm gonna finish that off camera, and when we come back, we'll do the next step, whatever that is. Okay guys, so we got everything kind of sanded up the way we want it cleaned up. It was pretty jaggedy and didn't look real good. So now I'm going to go in with, I got this Fordham, and I've been playing with it a little bit, and it works way better than a Dremel, although a Dremel would work too, but why not play with a new toy? So anyway, I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean up these all this soft stuff in these holes here and clean this up, and then
I think those are wormholes.
Wormholes?
Yeah.
Wormholes. And then we'll come back and we'll kind of solidify everything with some Star Bond and probably some sawdust, maybe a little bit of both. So here we go. It's pretty cool because it's got a foot pedal. I can control it down there. So here we go. Now you can't see down here. Well, I could stand up and do this, I guess. Let me stand up. On the edge, we've got some pretty big holes. These are going to be filled with Star Bond and sawdust. So let me get this here. Clean this up. Did I miss anything?
Nothing I saw.
Got one here. I don't know what kind of wood this is, but part of it is really soft and part of it is not. So you can have fun when you're carving it.
I think it's like salted walnut.
I don't know. It's beautiful.
Based on him. But in some places, like you said, it's very hard. But it looks like black walnut to me, but man, it's sure got some beautiful tones to it.
All right.
Can't wait to see that thing with a finish on it.
So now, kind of played with this a little bit here. What I'm gonna do, because the sawdust and the glue, when you put them together, they get hard really, really fast.
So which glue are
This
you
is the
using?
Starbond medium brown. The dark dries light brown. Figured it would match pretty good here. So
The sawdust is that is sawdust that we've had for a while.
yeah,
Some other
some other project.
that may be, I don't know. I can't remember where that sawdust came from actually. Probably one of your slab projects.
Probably, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do there.
So it's just the Starbond and sawdust on top.
Yep. A little bit of accelerator.
Accelerator.
And here comes the wind. It's going to... just kind of push it down in there. Get it good and wet. This one needs a little bit more. Now, I'm no pro at this. There might be other people that do it different, but that's okay. To each his own. Right, babe?
Yeah. No, looks like it's filling it. You know, we did the sawdust in resin. And I know we might have done sawdust in Starbond in the past, but I can't remember, honestly.
I think I did on one of my tables, but
Seemed like it dried like super fast.
yeah.
But this seems to be working out pretty well.
Oh, there goes all my sawdust. Now I'm going to come down here and do these. Of course, sawdust, wind, allergies, quite a combo.
I think they can get an idea of what you're doing here.
Yeah. So I'm just going to finish that up. This right here, I think I can just put the glue on there and let that dry a little bit.
Just the brown itself without sawdust. Yeah, they don't look like they're real deep. Well, or real wide, that is.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to finish these up, and then when we come back, it's all Eric. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, folks. Well, Vicki did her job, and now it's time for me to move on. And this is going to be the recipient of this sign. Again, like I said before, she's a little impatient and been really pushing me for the last, I don't know,
10 years.
9-10 years, something like that. I told her I would get to it, but she's so impatient. She's a lot like her mom that way. Anyway,
After Ryan got, 7 or 8 signs, I figured it's my turn.
Ryan makes his own signs.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do, babe. If you can come down on the table here. So this is what Racheal wants it to say, and this is the font. The font is Sergio Print or something like that. But you went through and found the font. Yeah. We cut the layout letters with the laser. This is my favorite way to do layout rather than gluing paper on there. But it gets kind of tricky when you've got a free-form board like this, figuring out, I wanted an arch that kind of somewhat followed the arch of the board. So what I did was I measured up about 7/8 to 1 inch here with my clamps. And then I've got the center point marked, and I've got the center of the 3-foot yardstick, and I will just hold it in place and let Racheal draw a line as soon as I get in place there.
Sure.
Yep. Oops. Go ahead. Yeah. Do it 2 or 3 times. Let's make sure it's...
That hole right there is kind of pushing it, so it came out down a little.
That's okay. That's all right. We got a pretty good line.
Look, I got your fingers in there.
Yeah. Some little humps. I'll try to avoid those. All right. So now, since we've got that line, and I think that pretty much follows the contour of the board. It's not exact, but it can't be because of the way the board is. So now, what I want to do is I'm going to move these up. I'm going to figure out kind of, these are going to be outset, these are going to be inset. So I'm going to kind of just judge where I want my outset letters. I think about there. So if that was the case, then I need to take a measurement from the bottom line to the top line, which is about 2 3/4. So I'm going to move, can I use that pencil?
Yeah.
So I am going to make a mark about, is that 2 3/4? 1, 2, and let's make that 2 7/8. 2 7/8, about there. And do the same thing on the other end. And theoretically, if we move our clamps to that point, this should work out.
Now you move the bottom of the clamp, the bottom of the clamp to that point?
Yeah, because the yardstick will be on this side.
Yeah.
And will be drawn just like we did here down here. So that should be about 3. That's 3.5. It's pretty close. I'm going to move it down just slightly. Okay. All right, so let's try this again and see how this looks. Oh, I need to make a mark up there too. 2 7/8, right? About 2 7/8. So this is not an exact science, guys, which really drives me nuts. I hate things that I actually have to try and have artistic ability at, and which I stink at. Okay, hold on. Let me just take a look here. So if all those were setting down, these were all on the bottom line. I just want to kind of get an idea. Yeah, I think that's going to be about right. That gives me plenty of room to get around everything. It's pretty much centered. Yep, I think that's what we're looking for. Look good?
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so I'll try and hold down a little bit tighter.
That's coming down.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's all we need. All we need is just where the letters are. Yeah, there we go. So now all I've got to do is just get all my letters in place. Make sure I'm centered left to right. We'll come back and we'll spray it. Okay, so it's about an hour later. And you guys know this, anytime you've got a long line and you're trying to get the spacing right, it just takes time. This is how I do it. I take something that I think is going to be about the right size. In this case, it's just a little Clarendon N, and I use this just to as kind of a spacer in between, and kind of eyeball it. So I guess this is a 1-inch N, so I guess it ends up being about 1.25 inches. That was only one part of it. Then the other part of it is looking at these letters, like for instance this H. I am used to letters being all on a baseline, but this, if you look at the way that is, the straight stroke is almost straight up and down. It's not quite. So I tried to orient all the letters so they matched how they're supposed to print out. For instance, the N here in Xander, you can see that this doesn't come clear down to the baseline, and this is pretty much straight up and down. Anyway, so I tried to take it letter by letter and make sure that everything looks and is reading here like it does on the printout. That's one of the things about a font like that, is getting it all straight if you're doing it layout letters like I am. So we've got the black primer, and we're going to try and have a light touch with this so that it doesn't, these letters don't fly. And already, Y already started to move. Oh my Lord. This is going to be tough. Wow, man, I didn't think they'd fly like that. So you can, I don't know if you can tell, I'm about 2 feet up above the letters right now. Just trying to get a fog of spray on there. Man alive. All right, so I'm winging it here. If they move just slightly, that's not bad. And I know Vicky's choking over there because she's not used to, normally we would be doing this outside, but it's super hot on the back patio right now, and the wind would make this virtually impossible to get good spray. That C moved on me a little bit. Wow. Man. That L really wants to move on me. Okay, so hopefully the bigger letters won't be as much of a spoke too soon. So when you're doing this, you have to just judge. This is a brand new can, so it's a lot of there's a lot of pressure in the can, and you have to just kind of judge how far away from the letters that you're going to spray. All right, I'm going to hope that gives me a good enough line. Yeah. See, that's the thing, guys, is even though it looked like it was really sparse, it still gives me a good line to go by. Hope I spelled everything right. There we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I think that's about all we're going to do on this video. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. On the next video, we'll have all this ready to go and we'll start carving. So that is it for now. Again, thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. I really wanted to take some time on that layout just because it's so... there's so many things that come up on that layout in order to make it look right. So anyway, I think this will carve really well. I don't even know what kind of wood this is. It appears to be like a walnut, but I've never seen walnut with spalting and with the white grain and stuff going through it. But I really like, I think with a finish it's going to look spectacular. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, eric@makeawoodsign.com. And there's the website if you need anything. And we will see you on the next one. Love you guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.